Alrighty, hello everyone. We are just about to get started here in the Metroid Prime weekly community race. Today we are featuring on the race stream Faizy and Innerslice, and we also have Fukiina racing as well. We are going with some even weekly settings, so we're going to see a random starting route and random two-way. My name is Baha Blood. Joined here in the booth by Off. How are you doing today, Off?
I'm good. Just waking up, having my coffee, and also calming and tracking one side.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you to Op for doing some of the tracking, as well as Gop is in the booth with us as well, helping out on tracking. Appreciated.
Yep.
Just finished kicking my ass again in another Echoes race.
Oh.
Oh my God! Not again! Is this
Oh.
really? Are we gonna get the freaking bombs on Chica?
It's like
it's Inner Slice too.
Okay. And he remembers, so he just went straight for it this time. Okay, so
yeah, anyone who watched the Metroid Prime 1 tournament, I think the very first race of the tournament featured this start. Sasquatch versus Inner Slice.
Yeah.
But normally you cannot get to Flagra without bombs. However, if you start up here, you can come and complete this fight with power bombs. So Faizy is just kind of using power bombs here freely. Inner Slice is spending a little bit more time trying to set up and hit two of the bomb slots on the same, I think, probably frame, in order to damage two of the bomb slots at once, and therefore you only have to watch fewer cutscenes. It looks like Inner Slice got it. So if he's able to do it again, that will be the one and only cutscene he has to watch, because the last bomb slot you destroy doesn't have a cutscene associated with it.
Yeah, and you can also skip that cutscene partially by waiting out the first part of it, and then you don't have to wait through the animation that would normally focus on the item. You can just roll over there.
Inner Slice, doesn't quite set it up properly. So if you wait for the Flagra, beginning of the fight cutscene to play out entirely, you can skip the Flagra dying cutscene, which is longer. But Inner Slice but it only will let you skip one of the two cutscenes for some reason. So we will have to watch the full Flagra dying cutscene here. But as you can see, Inner Slice ends up saving some time on this fight, even with the extra time setting up those power bombs. But ends up getting a little bit ahead of Faizy here just from not having to watch so many of the damaging Flagra cutscenes. Faizy looks like he is going to set up for the Flagra death skip.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so this will make up some time on Faizy's end.
Nicely done.
Yeah, and all that for just a missile. So this time it wasn't actually hard to do this. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, they can't do the early wild thing, so...
So the one wrinkle from the race... actually, wait. If they can do early wild just from save warping at any point, actually, now that I think about it. That's not going to be in logic, but whenever they want, they can just save warp, now that they've hit the trigger for the ghosts.
I hadn't thought of that.
We've got a root cave elevator here, which does give us one free check.
Sorry.
Oh, we have missiles. Did we start with missiles?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Actually, we have quite a bit we can do in early Talon then. Oh, it was just an expansion. Okay, so we don't have logical missiles, so we can't do anything else here logically in Talon, but there are a bunch of easily accessible checks, and we can get our artifact hints, so I think this is a pretty reasonable play. But our logical progression is probably in Shozo. We have the Vault Ledge and kind of the early Hive Mecha play as well we can make.
I think that said Twin Fires. Can't go there yet without bombs, so...
Yep.
Gonna head over to landing site.
It's good to check these elevators, though. Being able to map out where your connections are will help you definitely route later.
Yeah.
Another expansion behind the ship here. We'll do our space jump first dash to get into Alcove. See down on our interslices side. Hive Mecha should be in logic, yes. Because we can go out Vault Ledge, and then just kind of go there, the vanilla route. But because the first item from Flagra was a missile expansion, like the game will still place the launcher first when it expects you to have launchable missiles. So we won't we don't necessarily think the game expects you to interesting space jump boots on Frigate Crash site. God, I've been playing too much Echoes recently. It's like all these prime room names are coming to me immediately.
I'm feeling. So now we got logical access to Root Cave. You finish Slice once, you can also do Arbor Chamber, Bombless.
Yep.
It's a little risky, but
so that dash, I believe, is an intermediate that Interslice did, and the underwater movement is intermediate as well. So we're actually looking for grapple to put those boots in logic. But once we do have grapple, that'll give us Root Cave as well, because we already have X-ray. The question is, where is our grapple? Not that grapple's the most important item, especially now that we have boots. Pretty much everything you need to do with grapple, you can skip with some good dashes.
yeah. Although it does still come in handy for certain dashes that you struggle with.
Yeah, and getting
So
to the
it's on
top
the-
of board
Yeah.
processing is really terrible too without grapple.
Yeah. So if it's on the way, I'd recommend picking it up.
Yeah, I agree. See if Interslice reads these hints immediately. Some runners do, some runners don't. Here we go.
Ice Winds West, Arbor Chamber, Chapel of the Elders, Main Quarry, Chills of Ice Temple, Furnace. Alright. Could be worse.
Yeah, not too bad. To really, get Plasma, go to Fen. See if this is a save warp here. Yep. And do you do ghosts? No. They're not in logic. Might be nice to get them out of the way just in case. We don't really have great weapons for them though. It's a bit of a slow fight with. Well, we have
You do have X-ray. So.
Yeah. Not the worst. Yeah, and it's Sickness Point says in chat. Yeah, lower mines probably deleted again. We have been seeing that quite a lot recently. He's a little low on health here. Oh my gosh, gets kind of shot in the back, even well into landing site, but thankfully has a few leftover health. Default for the ship. And Feisty is not going to make this save warp here. Going to take the elevator again. Or it might have even been faster, even if you didn't intend to do ghosts. Oh no, this might be maybe this is a Root Cave play. Interslice did not do this. Feisty may come up with some goods here. It would not surprise me at all if something interesting was up here, given that we've already found the early X-ray to me kind of screams cave. Nice ice spider.
Well, at least we know now.
Yeah. All right, let's see if Isaac goes for the wall crawl here. Looks like he wants it. Yep. Little scarier without bombs. I think Faizy did just save at the ship, so this isn't a huge deal even if we soft lock. This is a Stanimal, but it's gonna kind of wiggle. Can you wiggle all the way to the?
I didn't know you could do that.
Huh. It's kind of neat if it works. I did not think this worked. For a reposition, I think. Well, today I learned.
Nice.
Yeah, nicely done there. Oh, wait. Yeah, we theoretically knew that, but I didn't read that.
I forgot.
Yeah. Outledge was not the answer. See, I think Hive Mecha still has to have something. It's probably just missile launcher.
I couldn't tell it was in the tree.
I didn't get a great look at it. It didn't look interesting to me at a glance. Was it a beam? Oh. Well, what do I know?
I was thinking E-Tank, but I remember it was upright, so yeah, it has to be a beam.
Shoot, where was that elevator to?
I missed it.
Quarantine, okay. Decent elevator for later, given the amount of stuff we have in Fen. So Faisy is gonna save warp now and get back up to Ghosts. We'll get this ice spreader as a result. And finally an E-Tank. Although I guess finally we're only 10 minutes in, but it feels like we have so much progression already. We've been able to do a ton of checks really quickly this seed. The early morph and explosives is pretty nice. Speaking of explosives, yeah. Those are still behind Launcher, but I'm kind of expecting Vanilla Launcher at this point. Although, wait. Yeah, because Vanilla Launcher gets us back to the ship. I believe using Space Jump to climb Shrine is in Beginner. So I think that upper Shrine item is accessible. But the early bombs are nice. We'll be able to full clear this loop here. Definitely agree with making this play now. Very dense area of early Chozo. There's our supers.
And supers.
Yeah.
Now we got our beam in that tree.
The problem with Hive Mecha guarding grapple is we don't have a means to get back to the elevator. Yeah, so I think that pretty much had to be Launcher. Because without missiles we couldn't have come this way, and without Space Jump, which was back in the elevator, we couldn't have gotten back to the elevator. So now we have a lot available to us. We've got all of mid Chozo. And whatever this beam is going to open up a lot more. If it's a wave... if it's a wave, we actually don't get that much logically, because we don't have thermal to fight Thargus, and we don't have grapple to get to the elevator. Yeah, Wave and Tree could be for Tower Chamber. It also would get us all the way to the one of the far Chozo elevators. The save station one is not ice locked. Let's see what beam this is. Oh, it isn't.
Oh, I was right. Okay. I thought I was upright, so I thought maybe I was wrong, but just missaw it.
Well, we take extra E-Tanks.
Yeah.
Intersight's gonna go for this magma pool play. A little bit spicy with only 2 E-Tanks. Nice. Nice vanilla. Oh, no drops? What? What?
Wow.
There are, yeah, you can use the standable method to get back. So Inner Slice should be fine. Oh, lava dip. I don't know why there were no drops there.
Yeah, this person must have seen that.
Oh, that's a full reset?
Oh
Inner
no.
Slice never saved.
Well, at least we know Flagra is nothing, so.
Yeah, that actually does shave a pretty significant time chunk off this reset. We know where the items are. We know we don't even have to do Artifact Temple yet. We have those hints. So really, we can just kind of beeline this space jump.
Chat says Inner Slice may have backed into the drops and picking up the power bomb.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, that would make more sense. I've never seen those crates drop nothing, so definitely possible that Inner Slice just accidentally picked up the drops. And yep, if anyone can make up this much time in movement, Inner Slice is one of them. Definitely a very strong prime runner. Oh, yeah, that is interesting. I would have thought Space Jump would have been kind of first on your priority list here. Can't even really pick up the bombs again without it. As he gets the launcher knowledge. Oh, that's right. We needed a missile expansion. So yes, this was faster than getting the Flogger one. Inner Slice made a play for Magma Pool, and unfortunately either didn't get drops or more likely accidentally backed into the drops when picking up the item. So wasn't able to do the reverse dash and didn't quite pull off the standable method. Took a dip in the lava, and that was a full reset, unfortunately, around the 14-minute mark.
Yeah, but luckily there were a lot of dead ends, so didn't lose too much progress.
Yeah. Inner Slice had done, for instance, Flagra and Ghosts, neither of which were, well, we'll miss Ice Spreader, but Ice Spreader's not the end of the world to not get.
Right.
Alright, see if Faizi makes this Magma Pool play here or just passes it up for now. I, for one, would probably not have gone for that with only 2 E-Tanks. I am not confident enough in my abilities to avoid the lava without gravity suits to easily get out. And 2 E-Tanks does not give you much margin for error either. So yeah, Faizi's just going to take this into Arboretum. What do we find down here? A beam would get us a decent amount. Varia would let us start doing some of Magmore with that Twin Fires elevator we have. Why is he going to check this upper item first, just in case it's Spider falls and decides not to? Or maybe Faizi actually peeked it, I don't know. Nice.
Oh, well.
Alright, well, that's always nice to have Spider.
Won't have to come back here.
Mm-hmm. Rare first pass clean water in this is Watery Hall. And Inner Slice is going to head back and pick up the space jump with the missiles.
State my input again.
Blast. Huh. immediately do. Oh my
Whoa!
gosh! What? Okay. So that's pretty loaded. Watery hole area. Boost, spider, and plasma.
See, like, we get it. All right, relax.
Holy cow. And yeah, mine's is pretty much dead. Plasma was really the only interesting thing that could be there, but in general, you pretty much need ice and... I mean, I guess mines could have phase on, I guess. We don't know where that is yet. Yeah, I believe everything Faizy has is perfectly in logic. Is that... I thought that slope jump was in beginner with space jump. Well, here's gravity anyways.
Bruh. What the heck is going on?
This is a strange seed. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Gollop's right. We don't have space jump logically. So is... Okay, so space jump and gravity are not in logic yet. They're behind grapple.
Onslaught?
Maybe that's why this early game is so loaded. It's because logically space jump was actually like late, but the runners just were able to sequence break it pretty easily and forget crash site.
Makes sense.
You grab the bomb, turn a slice, and we'll just pick up the other quick miners here. Second E tank's always nice. So one, yeah. And will the progression chain continue? Nothing behind Zoid, but throwing a nice phase on Sue, right? Did Interslice regrab the supers already?
Oh no, I wasn't looking.
Okay. So yeah, they are back to where they were. So yeah, they made pretty good time there. Completed in 8 what took them 14 last time, with being able to skip the Flogger fight. Yeah, ends up only being about an 8-minute time loss from the death. And once they complete this watery hall loop, they will pretty much caught up in progression with Faizy. Even though the trackers look very divergent at the moment, it's actually still pretty close. Faizy does have the advantage of the of picking up Arbor Chamber already, but Interslice will be able to do it even without the wall crawl once they get this plasma beam. A pretty quick pickup, and it's right by Artifact Temple anyways. This does start to feel a little bit... I like in Interslice's shoes. This is... I hate to see this. Like, if I took a big death, I want this to be a longer, more drawn-out seed, so I have more time for my execution to try to catch up. And then when you find like 6 mages in a row, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I definitely feel behind at that point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Varia that's out of logic, not Grav. Wait, no. They're both in logic, actually. Bomb jumping to the top of Gathering Hall is in logic, right?
I'm trying to remember which one Gathering Hall is.
This room, Interslice is just...
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Okay, so then bomb jumping Watery Hall with gravity is in logic too, I'm pretty sure. So actually, the only thing we are missing is Varia. Or is space jump in logic. Nice wave beam in Furnace. Good lord. Keeps going. really not much for us to do anywhere but Chozo, though. Oh my god, is that ice? Holy cow, we're gonna be in phase-on mode 20 minutes in. This is perfectly in logic. We have all the morph ball systems and supers to get it. Nicely done there, Faizy, with the morph into tunnel.
Like every little challenge that comes along, the C's just like, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the multi-pickup makes more combinations of like non-beam items plausible to place early, and then if it ever decides to do that and just like gives you everything but the beams early, there's like nothing to find anywhere else because just so much of the game is locked by wave and ice. So if it doesn't place those like early, there's just like nothing left to look for by the time you have them.
All the others. Oh, I forgot that ice beam, my bad.
Why is he just turning around? And yeah, I really don't blame Faizy here. All the artifacts are perfectly accessible. Maybe the back elevators were worth checking, just in case. Like if one goes to main quarry, we kind of want to use that, or like we kind of want to find the main quarry elevator.
Part of me is just thinking phase I might as well be here too.
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, I definitely think rushing artifacts, rushing Ridley, get your hints, get your phase on hint, and then full clear.
Or actually, Weewoo might have a point. Might just throw vanilla phase on at us because, you know, can't make it too easy, right?
But like, it's still
gotta
probably
be a catch. It's gotta be a catch.
It's like still sub-hour even with like OP having phase on, I think. Like it's just we have everything already.
Yeah, but no sub 30 though.
True. And yep, yeah, if we kill Ridley and go into Impact Crater, there is a hint in the first room that will tell us which region of the game has the phase on suit. So be curious to see if we get some route divergence here from Inner Slice with the two beams. If Inner Slice carries this into the elevators, then this might turn into a bit of an interesting race. At this point, I think it kind of comes down to who finds mines first. And ideally, you want to find the main quarry elevator, not the PPC elevator. Also, you kind of want to find the Shorelines elevator, don't you? Like, Thardis really doesn't feel good to be fighting right here, but...
Yeah, personally, I would have used the scan point on the track, the spider track, and then just did an R dash off of it. You'll make it almost every time.
Yeah, Thardis is in the way of us getting into early Fen, unless we want to go all the way through Labs, but Labs is pretty slow.
Yeah, at least we got plasma and power bombs to speed up the fight.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think because of that, I actually think I would prefer to have checked the Farv Chozo elevators. So it looks like Inner Slice is thinking the same thing. So let's see if Inner Slice ends up with an advantage here.
Camera, please.
Because like if this is just like Quarry and Shorelines, then Inner Slice is going to be done real quick. Now, of course, it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be something stupid like both workstation elevators, but you never know. Inner Slice goes for this triple bomb jump here to skip the wave. Well, Inner Slice might just, it looks like it's going to check all the those in the chamber here before leaving. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, not going to go for the 3VJ. Almost done with Artis here. Just the big rock left, and a power bomb will make that free. Yeah, it's hard to say who's going to be ahead here. It kind of depends on if these elevators are any good. Like if it's either Shorelines or Quarry here, I think Interslice is in really good shape actually. If it's neither, then Feisty is probably a little bit closer to cleanup. Particularly if Shorelines goes to Mines. But there's still a ton of Magmore and Far Talon elevators we haven't seen yet, so those are nice. Flamethrower, validation. Just some E on Thargus. Phazon suit would make me feel real good there.
Tree Hall, upper.
Not the worst. Can pretty quickly get to another elevator from there. Yeah, it goes.
And it's a quick way back to Talon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Crash site.
Not very good elevators. So we'll see if we go for a bar skip here. Or just a save warp.
I'd say they're decent for getting back. I mean, it's quick access from the start to at least potentially one elevator that can lead somewhere else.
It looks like Interslice is gonna chase down this elevator. Could clear out everything in Life Grove while we're at it. We are still hunting this Phazon suit. Or possibly just wants to wait for the hint. Not sure if it's worth doing like any checks right now or not. Great Tree Chamber is pretty dang quick. Life Grove's a little bit slower, but it is 3. So yeah, I think there's a case for doing all this. You never know. We're just gonna do the one quick one. Leave Life Grove. That's pretty reasonable.
Really?
Did Feisty do... Wow, nice bar skip. Did Feisty do Canyon? I'm a little surprised by that, actually. Canyon's pretty slow.
A little confused. Why would you skip Life Grove?
Just because, like, if we go grab the artifacts and then read the hint and it says anything other than Talon, we know Life Grove's dead, because there's really nothing to care about.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I probably would have skipped Canyon on Feisty's end for the same reason. Really I would be just hunted down artifacts right now. Only doing very free checks like these. Hall of Elders is a tough call, though. If you're going all the way up there, it's like, I guess you might as well check it. Oh, there's our grapple, finally.
So everything's in logic now.
Feisty, did you do Chosen Wise Temple?
I don't think so.
There's our thermal in Upper Fiery Shores. And a debris elevator. It's a little strange. I think I would have checked the elevator last, and then probably just like taken it at that point. Check the other workstation elevator.
Did we see what was in Lighthouse? I'm guessing Feisty did.
I thought it was E, but I'm not 100% sure. It wasn't. I don't think it was important though.
Okay.
Yeah, we got plenty of energy at this point, especially with already 2 suits, and we'll have the full combo by the end. So Fizzy is gonna check all the builders here. Makes sense while we're up here. But I think you could make a case for skipping that too. It is a little bit slow going through all the bomb puzzle stuff. It's an interesting seed. Trying to balance like rushing hints versus gambling on just like stumbling into phase on suit. Oh no. Missed one.
I hate that feeling of thinking you finally pulled that off and then nope.
Yeah, gotta leave a little at a time between your first and second bombs, or the block won't have fallen far enough to be destroyed. Oh, this was an artifact. Okay, well, yeah do this then. So, yeah, Fizzy just needs to find mines. Which Interslice just did. Where was that? What elevator did Interslice just get in? Works. Oh, that's so good for Fizzy. Okay. Honestly, that's pretty good for Interslice too. If Interslice backs out and checks debris, then that'll be shorelines and right next to all the artifacts for Interslice. But Fizzy still will have a pretty decent lead at that point. Is missing thermal. Probably unlikely to find that, but I don't think that's a big deal. Yep, that is true. A few extra missiles, especially since we've got some of the better beam combos for Exo, could help speed up that fight a little bit. I would guess both runners are perfectly comfortable with the amount of health they have. But a little bit of extra ammo wouldn't be amiss. Four power bombs is pretty nice as well. It's enough to get through the Essence fight pretty comfortably, power bombing all the Metroids. Yeah, Interslice doing the swag save station here. Hopefully this isn't a save warp and it is check at the elevator. I can't imagine why you wouldn't check this elevator. Yeah. So yeah, both runners gonna be pretty rapidly collecting all their artifacts here. I think they'll be pretty happy with these elevators, both of them. Now did Fizzy... No, we have a guaranteed power bomb here, that's fine. So glad that's a guaranteed drop. There are not enough of those in Prime for power bombs. PC and Lava Lake, is that the only elevator we haven't seen? Yes, that's correct. And then, yeah, the save warp gets us real close to hints as well. For Fizzy, loving that elevator. That is exactly what he wanted to see. Although at this point, I think... Oh no, Fizzy hadn't checked nearly as many... Fizzy got kind of lucky there. Hasn't checked nearly as many elevators as Interslice. The Jozo, Fartalon, none of that. So... Pretty fortunate right in there for Fizzy.
Okay, so once he gets this one, he can save here, then save warp out, check the hit, and possibly reset. I mean, he's willing to fight Ridley twice, but shouldn't be too bad with boost.
Yeah, that's interesting. Mines is the most likely place for Phazon, and Mines is kind of difficult to get to. Well, I say that. We had a Twin Fires elevator that was early, right? So Fizzy could just route Twin Fires back into Workstation again. Not sure if that's faster than Ridley or not.
Me neither.
Slice catching up pretty quick here on the artifacts. Still have a race. What is this play? It's just a Hail Mary of this being an artifact? Or of this being phase on? You don't even have a power bomb though. You can look at it though.
Oh, it's gonna stay.
Missile.
Okay, no, he's going back to stand. No, he didn't stand though. Oh.
Yeah. I think it's too slow to get back here, even if it is mines. Our elevator layout is relatively friendly. With Magmore having access to every region, and us having an early a Twin Fires elevator from what was that, Canyon? Talon Canyon? Makes the routing pretty easy. Yep, PPC goes to Lava Lake. It's the only connector we haven't checked. Now, Faizy doesn't have that info, but Faizy knows how to get to every region relatively quickly using Twin Fires to Workstation. Or just save warping to Chozo, so the lack of knowledge shouldn't really be an issue. And gosh, after all this, Interslice will have to detour a tiny bit for this Arbor Chamber, but Interslice is really not far behind here. This is definitely still a very close race. You can really make up, a few seconds every room with some good dashes, and the routing actually worked out better than I expected for Interslice. Being thorough with the elevators, I was able to figure out how to route efficiently to pick up all the artifacts. He's got the small advantage of Ice Spreader as well as 20 extra missiles. Some extra E-tanks, but that shouldn't really matter that much. Yeah, definitely still anybody's race. Make that 15 extra missiles. Picking up a free pack on the way up to this last artifact. Yep, that's right. When we get down into Impact Crater, there will be a hint telling us the region where the Phazon suit is. So that will help us narrow down where we need to go to look for Phazon suit. Sure, they are hoping that it doesn't say mines, because we've checked like one or two things in mines depending on the player. Either way, it still rules out a ton of checks. There's a lot of stuff we haven't done. Farfen, we haven't done all of Chozo. We haven't done Frigate, so being able to rule out that many checks is extremely valuable here. Yeah, we're going to have simultaneous Ridley fights here. So I should enter while Faizy is still finishing it up. Next, we'll have the advantage of Thermal Visor during the Essence fight as well. Might make it a little easier to finish that fight faster. And yeah, Faizy is only one Ridley fight ahead, and that is not a huge lead. Did you see looking for a Frigate suit? I'm gonna say, well, Faizy just typed ASDFG in chat, so I'm gonna say, or in Racetime chat, so I'm gonna say it's in mines. My bet was gonna be Fen, but no, I think it's in mines. Ooh, workstation would be a fun one. Mines. Ugh. Alright, so best way to mines, we drop down here into Root Cave, go up to Canyon, to Twin Fires, back to Workstation Debris. And probably do upper first. Which does actually mean that Inner Slice's grapple may be an advantage. Fuzzy will have to do the dumb little jump to climb more processing unless they go in through waste disposal. But going in through waste disposal is a bit less efficient from a routing perspective.
How so?
Just because, like, if you do reverse upper mines, you're gonna be spat out in main quarry, and then you gotta go through like waste disposal again. Rather than if you go forwards, then you just end up in ore processing and go straight down to elite control axis. It's just like 1 or 2 rooms slower, probably.
Gotcha.
But little bits like that can make a difference, especially when a race is this close. Yeah, Inner Slice did get a couple nice snipes there from Ridley. I was really hoping for some PB drops. I think the game was not really cooperating, though. I almost wonder if a ship save was good here. So that's actually another advantage Inner Slice has. Inner Slice is full on power bombs. So Feisty's going to be relying on some drops, especially in this upper mines loop. A lot of these checks are power bomb locked. Game is reasonably friendly with drops, but you know, not always. I guess Feisty gets a free one in the room before the elevator here in Magmore, so that helps. I know, right? Nice boost through the lava straight. I love it. And yay. Sure, Inner Slice could opt to... Yeah, Inner Slice does know that the Lava Lake elevator goes to PVC. Did I see going the wrong way? Or no, is this correct? Maybe this is correct.
Main quarry, yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's unfortunate then. So Feisty doesn't get a PV. I got these mixed up. Yeah, Inner Slice is going to opt for the front of mines here. Using the, I like that. Using the puffer from the previous room to dash across this room is nice. Inner Slice avoiding the tendency that I always have up to dash off that first clam and then end up in the lava in the middle of nowhere for no reason. It's just how I move through that room. Not the best strat.
Yeah, I usually end up bonking on one of the pillars and then falling in.
Okay, so it looks like Feisty wants to do reverse upper mines. From climbing this room. So Inner Slice probably makes up some time here. Between not having to do this climb and not having to go through like waste disposal twice. This starts to feel real close, and I think this is Feisty not being comfortable with that stupid jump in ore processing, which I do not blame him. I don't really have that race ready either. This starts to feel real close. There's like saving. Huh. Sure what you would save scum here. I'm not quite following that.
Might have just needed a health refill.
Yeah, possibly. I didn't see their health.
Me neither.
Yeah, this is fine TM. If you route forwards through lower mines, you get spat out in ore processing. So, like, I think it doesn't really matter at this point which way you go. It seems all about Inner Slice save scummed after.
Oh.
Does Inner Slice not want to do the fight? Is that what the save was for?
Not sure.
Gonna route reverse elite control? That seems like it would be faster, but what do I know? Well, flamethrower not the answer. Yeah, both runners going to be in elite control almost identical times here. So yeah, Inner Slice really has erased the time deficit almost completely here. Could even come down to which one of the elite control checks it is, because Inner Slice will see the top one first, and Faisy will presumably do days on elite first. This is going to be really close. And if it's neither of these, then we'll pretty much be synced heading into lower mines.
And at the bottom one.
Yep. Yeah, I would probably start to favor here Inner Slice at this point. Yeah, the thermal's an advantage, and then just in general, Inner Slice has really good movement.
Okay, nothing up top either.
Okay. Faishi should be a little bit in the lead leaving. It's an E-tank up there. Does need to blow up the rock here. Gosh, this has gotten so close. I see only one room ahead at this point. Supers into the face of Biggs and Wedge here. Using the standable to climb or processing.
Didn't know those two had names either.
Yep. Oop, misses the door. Gosh, this is so close. They're gonna be on this elevator at the same time. Fuzzy, wishing he was already an impact crater. So, do you check PPC first?
I think I would. Just in case. Lower mines is a big time commitment.
Oh my god, it's freaking tied up. Inner Slice has like a 1 second lead now. Faizy have 2 PBs right now? Faizy might be reliant on drops to even be able to get PPC here. Anorslix is going to check it first. As is Faizy, looks like. Faizy looking for a drop. Faizy does have 2 PBs, okay. Ideally, would like one more so that you can get... well, actually, no, we have X-Ray, so if this isn't the answer, we don't need to waste a PB.
Not here.
Nope. Oh! What? No, there's no reason to do this, Faizy.
Okay, not there. But still be vanilla.
Yeah, I don't think there's any point in doing that visual check. Like, you have nothing to do but go through the lower mines loop anyways. So if it's there, you're going to find it last anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Every check in lower mines is like easily visible though. You don't lose like any time doing the visual checks. Compared to
if you come in from the back, I think it would be worth checking, so you can know whether to commit to lower mines or upper mines.
That I would agree with. Yes, if you hadn't done upper mines yet, I think it's a reasonable check. Given that every possible phase-on suit location is down here, then no, yeah, maybe. Welcome in, Raiders from SpeedGaming 4. We are in the finishing stages of this race. We are both looking for our phase-on suit to be able to kill final bosses. We have a hint that it is down here it is in mines, and we've exhausted everything but lower mines here, so both runners are entering this loop here, and should be finding it relatively shortly. Inner Slice has a 1 or 2 room lead here, as well as the advantage of the thermal visor for Essence. I still disagree, TGC. Like, Vent Shaft is free, MQA is free. MQB is pretty free if you have visors on. PMT it can't even be, so you don't even need to look at it. You have the visor for Fungal Hall B as well. I don't know. I remain unconvinced. This, I guess, is one check where you lose.
And there it is.
Alright, nice. That's probably the one check where you lose a moment of time, is doing that one, but it ended up being the answer anyways. So, no OP today, just need to get to the save station and warp to start. We have a lot of OP fans in chat today. Faizy getting Metroided just before the Ice Beam shot went off. A useful thermal visor. Actually, getting through these dark rooms does actually help. See if Inner Slice goes for this dash here in MQB. Using the Pirates across the gap. Nicely done. Faizy getting kind of trolled by these Hunter Metroids. Oh, Faizy's out of missiles. That's never great when you're Fungal Hall A here. Oh, did get a drop though. Alrighty here. Inner Slice is going to be back in Talon. A few rooms to get to the Impact Crater. Don't have to fight Ridley. So we're looking at probably under 10 minutes here to finish. Probably quite under 10 minutes. Not too far behind. But is lacking the small advantage of the thermal visor. Why is he going to go for this slope jump into standable strat to get across MQB? Oh, nice buddy hop there. That was sick. Did peek the item there just in case it was thermal. Thermal probably would have been worth looking for. So I like the continue to make the visual checks on the way here. And definitely comfortable setup for final bosses here. Decent amount of health, 50% damage reduction. Got the supers to make the power phases better. Oh, I didn't know that puts you in the save station after having been down here before.
Wait, what?
Once, or maybe I just didn't watch Inner Slice go to the save station, but it looked like when Inner Slice took that elevator to Impact Crater again, it just spawned him in the save station rather than in the blue circle. Nice climb of Phazon Core there. Getting up nice and easy. No problems from Jack and Jill. And into the big space crab. First is usually not what you want to see. From what I think I've been told, if you have wave first here, you're more likely to have wave first in the sub-chambers 2 and 3, which means you're less able to skip it by over-damaging the non-wave phases. See if that holds true. Ice first is good. No ice spreader, but some charged ice shots are higher DPS anyways, if you can land them.
See what you mean now. Save station.
Oh, yeah. Going for the run by snipe, but might be able to get one here. Unfortunate. This will be a full health wave phase, unfortunately. It's pretty difficult to land the turnaround shot with Ice Beam. If you wait until it stops moving and the shot will land, it'll be too late. So you have to kind of free aim where it's going to be. Or maybe there's some very precise timing, I don't know. But in my experience, I've had to free aim that shot where it's going to be.
That was a nice little save by Fizzy. Probably wasn't going to make the jump, but then morphed and made it. And bombed the Metroid following him on the way. That was pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes morphing can help you save yourself from I don't know, a misjudged jump or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Ice phase first again here in subchamber 3. See if I can get a snipe this time. Barely too late.
Huh, I didn't know those. I mean, I feel like I should have known those were standable, but I didn't. Even though I stand on one of them during the fight all the time, I just never thought of. Oh god, so many no-brainer things that you just never think of
Mm-hmm.
until you see them, and then you're like, now I feel dumb.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, for how much of these 2 games I have played, like I still learn things all the time when I'm watching these
Yeah.
races. No, barely too late on the ice spreader shot there from Faizy. And intercessing to subchamber 4, where all bets are off. Essence does, or Exo does what it wants. Yeah, I mean, this is within the realm of pool skips potentially being a difference maker. Each one of those losing you probably 40-ish seconds. The lead might be a little bigger than 40 seconds, but 2 of them, but it might not be as big as 80 seconds, I guess. Yeah, being Randomizer is a little rough. Thermal is, if you're going to be missing one, Thermal's the one you want to miss. It's relatively easy to find Exo in the thermal phase if you're aware that it spawns. It'll spawn on the opposite side of you and the phase-on pit. So if you step into the pit, immediately turn around and start shooting, you can usually get it a pretty high percentage of the time like that. Is harder to get good attack cancels though, because if you give it a second to move, it can easily get out of your kind of stun locking. And yeah, inner slice into the fight here. Thanks to whoever fixed the Essence fight to not have the music get skipped if you skip the cutscene. Actually, don't remember who was responsible for that fix. Toaster?
I want to say either Alti, Toaster, or Sympathetic. Those are names I've heard thrown around.
There's Liz going for the attack cancel strat. Waiting just long enough between these shots that Essence tries to take an action. Because the pools are set to spawn after a certain number of actions from Essence here. Inner Slice switches to going for pool cancels in this third phase here, which is stepping in and out of the pool with Charge Beam, because the game still will let you briefly use the phase-on beam while not being in the pool. If you're moving in and out like this with Charge Beam held, but it doesn't deplete the pool while you're not in it, so you can kind of get some extra damage for you, more damage out of the pool than you would expect. That was an expertly done Essence fight from Inner Slice and GG's in chat. Yeah.
As it should finish up in probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah, really only one Essence fight behind. Very close race here. we will invite Interslice in for an interview. Well, yeah, Feisy prefers just going straight for the pool cancel strats here. Does mean, on average, we'll have to wait a little bit longer between these phase-on pools, but also on average gets more damage out of them.
Welcome in a slice. GG.
Thank you.
Just thinking of the seat.
It would have been extremely jet without the phase on suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured there had to be some kind of catch to the jet start. Like, that just kind of blew us away.
I could not believe how much stuff was in Chozo. That was ridiculous.
Oh, I'd say that's par for the course.
Yeah.
Sometimes these random elevator seats, they just dump everything in Jozo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it happens to place the beams late, then you really aren't looking for much else by the time you find them. Yeah, about as bad of a phase on suit location as you could get. Even with the hint, probably going to be one of the last checks you do.
Yeah.
Ended up actually probably being decent for you with the early death. Feisy was ahead of you, but pull ahead. After the Magmar did to grapple and thermal, both of which saved a little bit of time. Feisy routed upper mines a bit less efficiently, hoping to avoid the ore processing jump. But all in all, still pretty close race. Feisy entered Essence pretty much just as you finished. Did Feisy get pool skipped or something?
Not sure. He is down a visor though, so it's gonna take him a little longer anyway.
So did Feisy do either of the sun chamber checks?
Yes.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yeah, the early game routing was pretty much identical. Actually, there was no divergence until Ice Beam. Feisy went back.
Went to Fintrana,
Yeah.
and then you went to Magmar, I think.
Yeah, so Feisy didn't bother checking the far Chozo and therefore the far Talon elevators, but ended up just fighting Darius to get into shorelines. And got kind of lucky with the shorelines to workstation to quarry. And then pretty much by the time you both were at Ridley, Feisy was like just finishing up Ridley by the time you started it, so the lead was pretty narrow at that point, and then just getting through mines, you were able to catch up, pull ahead.
That was a weird interaction with the Metroids there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the death at the beginning was kind of bad. I'm not really sure if I was trying to get a drop to spawn to get back across Magma Pool, and I don't know if it just didn't spawn or I picked it up on accident, but
Yeah, I was confused by that too. I've never seen you not get or anyone not get a drop there. So yeah, maybe I accidentally backed into it while trying to pick up the power bomb or something.
yeah.
But almost got out of there with the saddable weapon. Just unfortunately the second.
I forgot that the last two aren't scannable. I knew the last one wasn't. I didn't know the last two were.
I think you can stand on the one you were trying to jump to.
Really?
Okay. I think you were just a little bit too low when you got to it.
GG's to Feisy.
Okay.
Let me. Get Fuzzy a link here to the booth for an interview as well. Yeah, it really does feel like it's been a while since we've had any weekly seeds that have had like anything at all in Mines. Mines has just been like practically deleted for, aside from maybe artifacts.
Yeah, I don't. I put the minimum artifact like actions at 8 when it's usually at 6. I don't really think that made much of a difference in this one.
Yeah.
Sometimes with the random elevators, you can get like artifact temple will be pretty far away from where you start and better, but not this time.
I tried to send him an invite, but I couldn't.
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
And we're joined by Fizzy. Welcome in. GG's.
GG.
GG.
Essence got left with a sliver of health.
Yeah,
yeah, I
unfortunate.
saw that.
And I got pool skipped even though I didn't do anything to get pool skipped.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't watching too closely, but I was like, yeah, I was surprised you didn't get any damage done during the first visible phase, but yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, close race overall. You entered Essence pretty much as Interslice finished, so definitely a close race.
Yeah, I didn't get Disco EXO for once, which, thank God. I got tired of that. No labs. Happy about that.
Yep. Did have to fight Rocky Boy though.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was a good way into Shorelines without having to check all the elevators.
Yeah, though the phase-on suit hint was a bit of salt in the wound already, though.
Yeah, that was about the worst place it could be besides on OP itself.
Well, more that's like, okay, I just came back from phase-on mines after a long trek there. Where's this hint? Hopefully it's in Fendrada. Nope. So, Interslice, congratulations on rolling the seed with the largest red herring I've seen.
Yep. I don't know if that would even be in logic.
It was fully logical. We had it in the Prime tournament.
Yeah.
I'm
We
sure
didn't have
Interslice
fun.
remembers.
I do remember that race, yes.
Yeah,
That was insane.
that was fully logical. And somehow we still end up with vanilla missile launcher.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, the routing for both of you was pretty much identical up to Ice Beam, as I was telling Interslice earlier. But Interslice took the beams to the far Chozo elevators, whereas you turned around and went back to Quarantine Monitor.
Yeah,
the routing
since
ended up working. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
As soon as I got all the beams and everything else, it's like, okay, what are my artifacts? Oh, they're early. Hey, Ben, I know where Quarantine Monitor is. Let me just go over there.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up working out reasonably well for both of you. Interslice spent a bit more time checking random elevators, but you had to fight Dardis, so 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Half the elevators weren't needed.
Right.
Pretty much.
The seed was Jet up until phase-on suit,
Yep.
and then it became where in mines is it? Because you literally only went there for an artifact and for that. Also, I'm disappointed with Thermal Visor because if I just went 1-2 rooms over, I could have had it.
Yeah, I lucked into that.
I had no reason to go to Power Shores.
I came in through Monitor Station, so I was able to get Grapple and Thermal Visor on my way.
Ah, nice. Where's Monitor Station? I'm guessing back Chozo.
It was Great Tree Hall, I think, lower.
What? You went? Oh, what?
So the far Chozo elevators were Frigate Crash Site and Upper Tree. So
Yeah, they were.
Interslice
So vanilla.
So it did bar skip.
Yeah.
Did you go to Zoid?
Yes, I did.
Did you do both Both flower and ghost.
I did. And then I ended up doing magma pool dash, and I did not get a drop to dash back, and I died. So I restarted the seed about 15 minutes in, and I skipped them.
Yeah, but luckily, not having to repeat Flagra meant you were pretty much back where you were after about 8 minutes, down only Ice Spreader, so was able to claw that time back over the course of the seed.
I did semi-forget my artifacts because I didn't write them down my first time. Luckily, I was in Zoid, I remember, oh yeah, Arbor Chamber, that was the last one I forgot.
Yeah, I got that when I was coming back. Again, I went down Root Cave, got the Space Jump Fruit, Crash Light, came back, decided to do Arbor Chamber since I'm comfortable doing that now without bombs, and just happened to fall into it. I hadn't checked artifact hints yet, I just collected them. I normally don't check them until I have a decent enough kit to actually get to most places.
I usually just check them immediately.
Yeah, I thought about turning around when I was in Furnace after getting a Wave Beam, and it's like, I have Wave Beam. Let me go check Crossway real quick.
Definitely the right answer.
Oh yeah, it was, because I was about to not be in that direction at all and just go do Fen. Because PTSD with Ice Beam in labs. I can blame TGC for that one. But overall, it's fairly straightforward seed. Chozo was loaded.
Mid Chozo especially. I could not believe how much stuff was like within like a couple rooms of Watery Hall.
What was it? Let's see. Starting Gathering Hall, you had Gravity Suit. You had Gravity Suit. You had Spider Ball. You had Varia Suit. You had Boost Ball, and you had Plasma on just a bonus E tank.
Yep.
When you're low in health already. So that whole neighborhood was loaded. I'm still disappointed with the red herring that was Florida, though.
Yeah, me too. Hoping that would be bombs or something.
Yeah, that would have been funny again.
No. No.
With the warp to start, it's not as big of a deal if you skip it this time.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Because I remember the Prime match, warp to start wasn't in yet.
Oh, it was in. I just decided to off to my detriment.
Oh. That I didn't realize that. I thought it came like mid-tournament.
No, it was there the whole time.
Ew. I don't have much else to say other than Essence is an absolute bully.
Yep, GG.
Yeah, no, GG's. We've got our Twitch links in chat. Be sure to give both of our runners a follow. Follow Op and Gollop as well. Good job. Thanks for co-com and Olip. Enjoyed it.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for commentating last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy to help.
Hey, next week if this happens again, I'll take over for you. That way you can play.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm honestly surprised how close I got to Interslice for once.
Yeah, it was a good race. But I guess, yeah, with that, we will wrap up here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next mission.
See ya.
See ya.
Later.